Woo. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is an honor to be here today to share this special event with you all. I would like to thank Tarrant County College Board of Trustees, Chancellor Irma Johnson-Hadley, and the 5 campus presidents for the opportunity to deliver the 2014 commencement speech. This speech is truly a humbling experience for me for many reasons. You see, as Chancellor Hadley said, I was just like some of you many years ago. I was a Cuban immigrant and a first-generation college student. My parents did not speak English very well. In fact, I didn't apply to many colleges. In fact, my alma mater had open enrollment, just like TCC, so they had to admit me. Despite being an ESL student, despite not knowing what the FAFSA meant, I graduated from college 3 times. Now, I'm a tenured professor at Texas A&M University. Woo! How did I make it here? Why did I graduate and fulfill my immigrant parents, Luis and Martha's dream for their children? By the way, happy Mother's Day weekend for the mothers who are here today. Those are important questions that I try to answer as a researcher. My research is personal. It is not dry and meaningless research. To me, I call it me-search. Me-search is personal because I want to understand how students that look like me overcome so many challenges to eventually graduate. So today, I want to share with you over the next 3 hours what I have learned as a researcher. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. So yes, I am here today to give my first commencement speech ever. So now, I need to let you know I'm a little bit nervous, excited, and very humbled. You may not remember this talk tomorrow, next week, or even by the end of the day. But I will not forget this moment, because this is a true honor to share my passion for education with you. I'm going to take a little moment here and I'm going to do something unprecedented. I'm going to take my first selfie with the entire graduating class. So graduating class, get ready. We're going to do this. Here we go. Ready? We did it. Today is not about talking about my research, but rather the Tarrant County College graduates. Today is a special day for all of you because it is a day filled with happy moments, smiles, and laughter. To be honest, there are many stories that make each of you special and unique. As you look back at your time as a Tarrant County College student, you may remember it was not easy. You remember the time that your car broke down on your way to class, or when your computer decided to crash and erase the last hour of your most brilliant work, or the times your so-called friends told you that you would never be a college graduate. There is no doubt that earning this degree had its challenges. Yet this morning, despite those challenges and doubters, you are here to pick up your college degree. This degree may be the end of your college career, the stepping stone to a 4-year degree at Texas A&M University or Texas Wesleyan, or just your personal milestone. Nonetheless, this college degree closes a chapter in your life. Our lives are like a book, filled with many chapters, many characters, and many plot twists. This college degree is a chapter in your life. But it is not the last chapter in your life. You have many more chapters to write. You are still writing your life book. You see, your life book is part of a larger library of books. As TCC graduates, you're special because you represent the future leaders for Tarrant County, the state of Texas, and our increasingly diverse nation. Today, over 1,300 graduates are going to make a difference in their communities as nurses, teachers, welders, public safety servants, and business leaders. All these careers are new chapters in your life book. Do you remember the books you had to read as a TCC student? Remember when you asked your professor, is this going to be on the exam? As your professor for the day, let me share 3 ideas that will be on your final exam called life. Number 1, think bigger. David Foster Wallace, in 2005 commencement speech, made a simple and yet profound observation that we lead very basic and boring lives. He said, there's a dirty secret about life that we don't share with new graduates. Simply put, life after college is full of dull routines. Once we finish college, we settle down and go through the same boring motions. We somehow lose sight about being the authors of our life book. We forget that we're still writing new chapters. We have to remember that being the author of your life book requires you to make a daily choice to continue writing. Each day, we have to make a choice about what we will write in our own books. As TCC graduates and authors of your life books, you need to think bigger. Thinking bigger means you plan your next career and life challenge. Maybe it is to earn a master's degree. Thinking bigger means you have to believe in yourself. You will have people and circumstances that will be barriers in your new chapters. Like many courageous moments that got you here today, you need to believe in yourself and never give up. Thinking bigger ultimately means you need to choose to act. You need to wake up every day and behave differently to achieve different results. You're still writing your life book. Thinking bigger is not easy. You have to make each day a choice to act. David Wallace said, we need to stop looking at life like a boring, take-it-for-granted routine. As the author of your life, you need to think bigger with commitment, courage, and action. As I was walking here this morning, I had an opportunity to run into a graduate because commitment, courage, and action are represented by Joe and his daughter Madison, who are graduating today. So let's give them a round of applause. Number 2, go further. The second part of your final exam. Today is special, but you have to think beyond today, beyond your degree, beyond your new career. Where do you go from here? Last year, I decided to run my first 5K. Yes, I know, I'm not an elite runner, and I will never be an Olympic athlete, but I decided to write a new chapter in my life book. I will be a runner. Of course, when I made this decision, what running meant to me was, how fast can I run to the refrigerator between commercials of an Aggie football game? 2 words, Johnny Football. Running a 5K was a challenge. It required me to run further than I ever had run before. Like any new book chapter, I needed to do research. I needed advice from other runners. I needed a plan. As new graduates, you need to do the same, to write the next chapter in your life. Writing the next exciting chapter in life requires you to go further. Going further means understanding your limits, your strengths, and your resources. As you leave today's ceremony, you'll have a warm glow. You'll be filled with excitement and full of promise. Unfortunately, those good feelings will soon be lost, and the reality of life will hit you hard, just like the pavement of the road. To go further, you have to know your limits and do not overtrain and hurt yourself. You need to seek wise counsel and talk to people in your profession or degree program for advice to achieve success. Know your strengths and build from that solid foundation. Ask others, what are my strengths? How can I use them in my new career? Finally, going further requires the right resources to write your next chapter. I learned a valuable lesson when I tried to run my first 5K race. I tried to do it with 3-year-old shoes. That wasn't very fun. To go further in writing your life book, it requires you to have self-awareness, good advice, and the right resources. Speaking of resources, I want to thank the veterans who graduated today due to the GI Bill. That's taking advantage of your resources. Finally, do greater. The last part of your final exam. This is probably the most challenging part of the exam because it requires you to think in different ways. Today, I want to celebrate a special group of TCC graduates who were thinking in different ways. This is the first graduating cohort of students from the early college high school program who received their associate's degree before they even received their high school diploma. Congratulations. This is an example of doing greater. This amazing academic accomplishment makes me ask you an important question. What life choices will you make that gives your life more meaning? One day you will have to make a choice that will extend beyond your comfort zone. You will need to think about the bigger picture. Like I mentioned before, we are the authors of our life book. But who will read your life book? I want to challenge you to think about writing your life book with a focus on creating a legacy. A legacy in your family may be being the first college graduate. A legacy in your community may be being an inspirational teacher to preschool children. A legacy in your profession may mean being a mentor to the next generation of paramedics. Doing greater is leaving a lasting and positive legacy to others in your personal and professional lives. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? To create a legacy, you need to think of others. You need to have compassion for others, and you need to serve others. In our hectic lives, we often forget that we are one book among many other books. Sometimes we need to read and appreciate other books to leave a legacy. After the graduation ceremony, do not forget, to do greater requires you to think beyond yourself. So today, I hope you've learned what it takes to what's going to be on the final exam called life. You've earned your degree, but this is just the beginning. Just like my immigrant parents encouraged me, we need to think bigger, go further, and do greater. Now let's graduate and write the next chapter of your life book. I look forward to reading your book.